tired of just making ends meet. See, I want to be blessed. I don't want to be blessed. I want to be blessed to be a blessing. You see, I want to live my life in the overflow. I want to have more than enough. Check this out. Well, it's time for me to start to elevate. Been down too long, time to graduate. Mount up my wings like an eagle, you see. Turn all my dreams to reality. Ain't nothing on this earth gonna hold me back from my heart desires. He promised that if I have faith, if I believe, faith is size of a mustard seed. I want to be blessed, to be a blessing. Prosperous life, no more stressing. That won't know me from the moon to the sun. He'll keep blessing me in every session. I got to do something with this life he give. It's plan for me, that's what I wanna live. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Oh, yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? See, we got to speak that thing into existence. Because it gonna happen. You gotta believe it. In your heart, and in your mind, and in your soul. So you gotta repeat this after me. See what you say, so you can say what you heard. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, you repeat after me. Come on, say it. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. I wanna be living. I got to be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, speak this thing into existence. Let's go. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Wanna be living. Oh, now y'all got it. Your blessings is on the way. Blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. I want heaven in the overflow. Right here on earth. Blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? In the overflow.
Hey. Living in the overflow. What's up, y'all? What's going on there in Facebook world, YouTube land? Welcome to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. This is the only show where me, you, your mama, and your cousin too get to just come on and just what, chop it up. What's up, y'all? We got a lot on the plate today. Got a lot going on. I got a little cough going on too, y'all. So y'all see me pop one of these right here. You know, got a little cough going on. Feel a little cold coming on. But anyway, we got a lot to chop up today, y'all. What we got going on? We got the gun proposal about to come down. I don't think it's far enough. What y'all think about the new gun proposal law? The Republican Democrat trying to put something together, man, to ease people's mind a little bit. I don't think it's went far enough, though. They just put a little Band-Aid on the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We also got the white supremacists, man. They got busted. They had a U-Haul full of white folks in that van, man. They finna go do some dirt to somebody, y'all. What's up with that, man? What's up with them folk, man? What they was on their way to do? You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's it just a setup? Just to show y'all, just to make y'all think they're trying to stop this stuff, but they really ain't. It's just a setup. Now, them folk went back home and work and all that. You know, what else going on, man? Your boy Herschel Walker, man. I seen the Herschel Walker ad campaign. That thing was funny. And Deshaun Watson, my boy BT Deshaun Watson, boy, would he ever play in the NFL again? The boy got so many people coming out to work trying to get that cheese. They try to get that cheese from that boy. You know what I'm saying? The boy got one of the highest paid contracts in NFL history. He got so many civil cases now, boy. He gonna have to pay that money out. That money gonna be gone by the time he get through paying all these civil cases. What else we got, y'all? Oh yeah, y'all. We can't forget this the stock market. The economy, man, is look like it's crashing on down, man. Y'all better start saving y'all coins, man. Y'all better stop going to these clubs, spending all y'all money. You know what I'm saying? Save your money for a rainy day, y'all. Has this economy forced y'all to do things differently than y'all normally would do? Are you spending money differently? Are you going places or you're not going places that you used to go? Are you taking less drives? Are you eating more at home? What has this economy forced you all to do in the way of making ends meet, man? Making sure you got a little change left over, man, for a rainy day. We're going to chop it up, man. I see I got my boy BT driving around. BT, what's up, man? You driving around getting it, ain't you?
What's good? What's good, Rob? Yeah, man. Taking care of the last few things that, I got to take care of in the evening that I couldn't take care of during the day. So, yeah, but I'm here, man. I'm about 5 minutes from the crib. So I said I'm going to go ahead and tune in, man, because there's a lot to talk about, man. There's a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, man. But look at you with that blasphemy on your head. That's blasphemy, man.
That's not. It's a high school, man. Don't worry about it.
Man got a Detroit Tiger hat on, man.
No,
man.
You know I'm H-Town to the bone. Yeah, you cut me and gray screw tapes come out of my veins. You know I'm from Houston, and purple drink come out of my veins. So you
Purple
don't ever
drink.
get
What
that twisted.
You
don't know what purple drink is?
What, that lean? You on that lean?
This is the city. This is the city where that drink was consummated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like you had a part in that, man. You like you came with the potion for it.
I might have in my younger days. I might have had a sip or two. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest with you. Just a sip.
All right, man. It look like it's gonna be me and you today, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought I gotta go do this thing alone. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'll never stick you out. I tell you, I'm gonna keep coming till y'all kick me off here. I thought Backus was gonna be on here, man. I want to chop it up with him. I know he's getting ready for Juneteenth. That's real big in Tulsa, so I wanted to chop it up with him.
Oh yeah, they probably be doing all kinds of stuff out there, man. But I'll let you know, but my crew, man, they don't believe in all these holiday stuff. So they put Juneteenth and Father's Day gonna be on the same day, man.
Yeah, man. Here, like Juneteenth is big now. We've had it in Texas for years. I've never not known what Juneteenth was, because it's always been here in Texas, because this is where it happened. This is where it happened at. This is where that's where it originated. And I've always had mixed feelings on it. It's like, why am I supposed to celebrate something that was that's something that should never happen to my people? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. So I'm not a big Juneteenth celebrator. So I don't know.
I guess it's supposed to be like our Independence Day, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's not real. It's like, okay, because it's celebrating that that slavery had ended a year later, because it didn't the news didn't get all the way down to Texas until a year later. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Well, they didn't have internet then, man. So
They had text messaging.
and they had a dude had to ride a horse to tell everybody, man. What you expect, BT? You know?
Yeah,
I sure you thought y'all gonna get the message, man. Shit, he had to get past the Indians and everything. So
man, oh man.
What going on with you though, man? You all right?
I'm good, man. I went on a fishing trip. You know, my birthday was Friday. So yeah. So I went on a fishing trip to Galveston, man, down south, and we got down there at about 6:00 in the morning. Stayed on the beach till about and fished until like 8:00 at night. Man, I had a great time, man. The wind was a lot higher than I expected it to be, so we didn't really get a haul of fish, but. You know, it was all good, man. Me and my boy went, man. Had a great time, man. Drank a couple of adult beverages and we grilled hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill. Man, it was good, man. I had a good time.
Oh, that what's up, man. But that one thing I ain't never did, man. Been fishing, man.
You never been fishing?
I ain't never
That's
been
right.
fishing.
I mean, you're living in the water, huh? That's right.
Well, we got a couple of lakes up there. We got Lake Alatoona, Lake Lanier. We got some Lake West Point. We got some lakes that ain't too far from here.
Right. Freshwater fishing is cool, but there's nothing like saltwater fishing. Going to the beach, back your truck up on there, man. Get out there in the surf and those waves coming in, that wind blowing on you, man. You really can't beat that type of fishing, man.
What y'all be on the pier?
No, on the beach, man. Like what I do is we go out in the water. It's about knee high, maybe waist high. Cast it out as far as we can, and then bring the pole back to the shore and put pipes in the ground and put the poles on pipes. So you can bait up like four rods at a time, and then put them in the pipe, and then wait for it to start bending. You know, kick back, drink your beer, turn on some music, wait for that pole to start bending, and then go get it. Reel them in.
So what kind of fish y'all get? What kind in the saltwater? What kind of fish y'all be pulling in? Like
man, sheephead, bull reds. I caught actually a black tip shark. It was 2.5 feet long. I caught that. We caught that on Saturday. They got
what you throw it back in?
Saltwater catfish, speckled trout. That's speckled trout is the saltwater trout. There's a lot of stuff in the Gulf, man. Well, where I live, a lot of stuff to fish, man. A lot of stuff.
Y'all eat it?
Oh yeah, man. We don't put it to waste unless we either eat it or throw it back. We don't just mess with it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Or cut it up for bait and get something else with it.
Yeah. I ain't never had some ocean perches, some tilapia, some. I be scared to eat all the other stuff, man.
Man, I mean, man, that stuff, man, like let me tell you what's even more fun is deep sea fishing. You get out on a boat, you ride out for about 6 hours, and then you go out to the Gulf, and then you catch red snapper out there.
Ride out about 6 hours?
Yeah, 6 hours.
Miles. 6 miles.
Hours.
You're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. 6 hours.
You ain't taking me nowhere where I can't see no land, man.
Yeah. You ain't gonna see you gonna look around, you gonna see number water. But it's a big boat. You're not on no little boat. You're on a 30-foot boat. You know what I'm saying? So you're on a big boat. And when you get out there, man, they usually cut up squid for you. They got squid for bait, and you just drop it straight down about 50 feet, 50, 60 feet. And then you'll catch. Man, those red snappers will just bite on them, and those red snappers be huge. They'd be about 18, 19 inches long. So
now I had a red snapper. They're good though.
That's great eating, man. That's great. You can make that anyways. Like you can grill that. You can fry it up, bake it. It's all good, man. Red snapper is really, really good fish.
Yeah, I had one at this place called McCormick's, man, and they fried it and they left the head on. Left the head on. And they told me that the eye was the best part. I said, shit.
What?
They told me the eye was the best part, man. I said, shit, me. Not to me.
Man.
Said, y'all can eat the eye, but I ain't eat no eye. I ain't eat no fish eye.
They fillet it up. They fillet it up back at the dock. They fillet it up for you, and they give you bags of fish. So you go home with like three big, huge, those gallon Ziploc bags of fish. So you can have fish fries, man. I'm telling you with that.
Man, I gotta go fishing one day, man. I keep saying I'm gonna go. That one thing they never did, fish. Everybody talking about, oh, it's fun, man. And they always say you got to drink beer to do
it. yeah, man. We brought beer, a bunch of water. Gotta bring water because that sun be on you, man. And but you know what, man? It really wasn't that hot. Usually, it didn't really feel that hot out there, even though this was like the hottest weekend of the year. And it didn't feel that hot because that wind was blowing on us, and that ocean water was right there, man. But it did drain me, man. When I got back home, man, I showered and fell asleep and slept the whole next day, pretty much. So it drained me. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, how long you was out there?
We left at like 5 in the morning. We got there about right at 6, and we packed up around 8 p.m. and came back.
Yeah, man. I gotta go fishing, man, before I leave this place, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm kind of ashamed I ain't never been fishing.
Yeah, man. See, man, that's the one of the being from Texas, man, the great outdoors, man, fishing and hunting and camping, that's part of what we do. And don't forget barbecuing. We do the barbecue the best.
Shit, the way this economy going, I might have to learn how to fish anyway.
I hear you, man. I hear you about that.
But let's talk about that gun proposal real quick, man. Let me play the little clip real quick.
All right.
I think it's like a little band. They try to make it seem like they doing something. They ain't really doing nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Calls for common sense gun laws have become louder since recent deadly mass shootings in Uvalde, Texas, and Buffalo, New York. Sunday, a group of senators and Republicans and Democrats a breakthrough agreement on gun violence for the first time in 30 years. Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards called the agreement promising.
I think it's a good package. I wish it included more with respect to background check. But getting this Congress to do anything these days is incredibly hard, especially on something that has historically been so difficult as gun safety.
If approved, Congress would provide major funding to help states pass and implement crisis intervention orders, also known as red flag laws. They would allow law enforcement to temporarily take weapons away from people who pose a danger to others or themselves. In recent years, Louisiana lawmakers have rejected such laws. Senator Pat Connick, a Republican from Marrero, says federal incentives could make a difference.
I think anytime you have some federal help to solve a problem, we need to take it and look at it and make a change for Louisiana for the better and for the nation.
The agreement would also boost mental health resources, provide funding for school safety, crack down on criminals who legally purchase a weapon for someone who would not qualify for ownership, and expand background checks for gun buyers under 21. Representative Rodney Lyons, a Democrat from Harvey, called the proposal long overdue.
Whatever they can provide to us in the sense of mental illness, things like nature, we need to really look at those parts. That would be important, but not seeing the whole entire package. Yeah, we're interested because we have to find a solution somewhere.
The last major firearms restrictions passed by Congress was the 1994 assault weapons ban, which lawmakers let expire 10 years later. Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
So they did have a assault weapon ban before, right?
The Brady bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So who did he lapse up under? Obama?
No, I think actually under George Bush, and then Obama tried to get it done, but it tried to get it reinstated, but it didn't get through.
I would at least thought they would try to put it like a ban for under 21-year-olds to get an assault rifle if they didn't ban it all together. You know what I'm saying? Because most of these kids, they're using these assault rifles. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. This thing, to be honest, man, I'm shocked they got this much done, to be real with you. I expected nothing. I really expected nothing like they usually do. Thoughts and prayers, him and Hall, and then eventually the Republicans drop their hammer and kill anything they try to make happen. And that didn't happen here, you know. The red flag laws, if enforced properly, that's probably the most significant thing that was in this bill. And that's the most significant thing. If that's one step, you know, and then I'm not saying I'm happy about it, but that's a step in the right direction. Now, next step could be like registration for all the guns next time around when the next thing happens. I hate to make it sound like that, but that's how things work. You know, they wait for this Congress and the Senate and House. They're very reactive. They're not proactive. They wait for stuff to happen and then they try to act.
I think by being a election year, I think Republican hands was kind of like forced to do something. You know what I'm saying? You make it look like they did something. So politically, they did a little something politically, but they didn't do enough to kind of like reduce some guns. You know what I'm saying? At least get those big AR out of these kids' hand, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they should have did that. Make sure these kids, you got to be 21 to get an AR, man. You can't be 8. How you 18-year-old with an AR?
Now the last two incidents, these 18.
You get on in the house, man. What's been going on, bro?
None at all.
What you say, BT? Yeah, but like I said, I think if nothing at all, they should have banned made it a ban to your 21 years old to use it. And a lot of people like to use that excuse. Well, they're in the military using a gun, but they're being trained. Those kids are being trained though. They're being trained, but the average person's not being trained to do that. That's the difference.
And those guns are loaned to those people in the military. They get them back.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to focus on no age limits with anything. If they allowing kids right now to have sex changes, so they don't care about that shit. They care about that, but they care about what they want to care about.
Yeah, wow, what a leap!
That's not a leap. That's reality.
One has nothing to do with the other.
Yes, it does, because you just mentioned about age, something with age. It's the same shit. Same shit.
No, one has to do with somebody doing something to their own self, and the other one has someone, could potentially do damage to other people.
Same shit, yo.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the same.
Yes, it is.
So
a child is a 6-year-old can make a decision about their sex, what they should be. Seriously?
I don't think so. I don't know what that's happening. That
That's fam. Okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll be quiet. No problem.
I don't know what that's happening. Send me the link, man, to that.
Fam, there's no link. Go look it up.
Like you always do.
The agenda right now is about transgenders, and now they want to do the mass shooting shit or whatever to put people focus on that when this shit been happening forever, and they want to make it a Democrat.
How long has transgenders been around, man?
No, we talk about
been around for a long time.
The agenda that they're pushing is hard now. It wasn't like this before, at all.
Because I've always known it to be transgender. Even when I was a kid, I know at least 2 transgenders that grew up in my community.
Rob, I repeat, the agenda to push transgenderism is new. I never said anything about it not being transgenders around. Two different things. You ain't never heard, you older, you ain't never heard no motherfucking kids talk about they want to be a girl or a boy. Come on, man. You didn't hear about that shit.
And I hear about a whole lot of kids somebody going to get an AR, shooting up the whole damn school.
That's not the same thing.
Shit. Exactly, that's not the same thing.
No, that's not the same thing. But mass shootings have always happened.
Not at this rate, though, fool. Not by young kids.
Fam, once
not
again,
by young kids, bro.
We gotta. If you don't see that there's an agenda being pushed, then it is what it is.
Dude, in my high school, it was like 2 or 3 kids that had a handgun in the whole damn school, and they never used it. You know what I'm saying? It was 2 or 3 kids. They had a handgun. Everybody know he got a gun. You know what I'm saying? He had a little 22 or a little 38. You know what I'm saying? Now these kids toting AR.
Kids have had
AKs.
Young cats have had guns like that for over 20 plus years. That's not true.
No. This didn't. Not in the school like that, bro. Kids weren't going to school shooting it up like this. You know
you just said have
rate,
them.
Bro.
You said kids had handguns.
I ain't never seen growing up when I was a teenager. I've never seen a guy my age while I was in high school with an AR or AK.
Well, I guess
never.
So you a little older than me, and you saw how menace to society was, Boys in the Hood was, and the guns that they was using. That shit was reality, and that was 20, 30 years ago. This shit ain't nothing new.
Yeah, but those was like street wars, though, bro. They went into school.
Nah, man.
You ain't never seen a movie where kids going shooting up the school.
That's
all this shit was gang war shit, man.
Right. The first national school shooting was Columbine. That was what, 99. You and I are the same age. So that was like 5 years after we graduated high school. 5, 6 years after we graduated high school. We saw Columbine, and then they slowly ramped up, and now it's to the point where that these school shootings are happening at a faster rate, at a much higher rate.
School shootings are happening because they know they can play on people's emotions because they're kids. That's what I'm saying. This shit is whatever. That's why I find this shit comical. It is what it is. Ain't nothing gonna change. The Democrats needed an agenda to run on. They got it.
So
yo, what up, fellas?
What's up, man? What going on, man?
What up, man? What?
We was just talking about
nothing, man.
We was just talking about the gun rights proposal bill they trying to pass.
Oh, okay.
You know, it don't really do a whole lot.
If I'm not mistaken, I just want to be clear about something that was said when you first was talking. The assault rifles ban that they let expire or whatever, that means that when Obama was in office, his first 2 years, when he had the House and the Senate, he could have gotten it reinstated. It didn't happen. That means they didn't want to reinstate it.
I said that I didn't know it had already been an assault rifle bill in place. I forgot about that bill. What you said, the Brady bill?
Right.
Yeah, but see,
the Brady bill. I mean, you're right. I mean, you're right. He didn't get it done because he had a couple other things on his plate.
No, no. There's no excuse. No excuse.
Oh.
Nope.
But do y'all know the statistics on the guns and all that shit? Like, it's more people that get killed with handguns than these AR-15s. You got to ask yourself, why is everything AR-15? Why?
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because you could kill more people at one time.
Right.
That's why.
Do you know that you have to make an AR-15 an automatic weapon? AR-15 is not an automatic weapon.
Right. No, and none of these school shootings are done with automatic weapons.
So do you know that you can go on YouTube and anybody can make their AR-15 an automatic weapon?
Right. That's wrong too, Jermaine.
But I'm saying you trying to cut off the head of the snake without addressing the issue. Who manufacturing the guns and where are they coming from?
Hey, Jermaine, you fine.
Jermaine, the issue is the issue is not to kind of like take all the guns. The issue is try to at least reduce gun violence. You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you.
And what gun is you kill the most people with? A handgun or AR?
I mean, if you know how to shoot, if you know how to shoot, if you know how to shoot a motherfucker, you could take a 16 mag fucking damn 9mm and kill 16 motherfuckers if you know how to shoot.
So I guess that's
that needs to be addressed too.
So that's why they get addressed too. That's why they get AR, because they can't shoot. So I'm gonna get a gun that can shoot a lot. If I get a handgun, I ain't got my what? How many bullets you got in a revolver?
Let me tell y'all. I just heard this from a close friend of mine, and he was telling me that he went to what might have been Walmart or Academy Sports. This ain't been recently. It's been a couple years ago. And he went with this guy. This guy was kind of schizophrenic. He was, kind of crazy or whatever. They went through the little process. The shit came back like right back. Oh, you good. The clerk, the sales associate called the motherfucking whoever they got to call to get he was like, yo, are y'all sure y'all want to let this guy get this gun? And they were like, yeah. And they were like, y'all, I mean, he looking at this guy, he can tell he's like out of his fucking mind. They was like, yeah, we're sure. And he was like, he asked him like 5 or 6 times. Yeah, I'm sure, we're sure. He had to give him the gun. So I mean, what law are they gonna pass that's gonna solve that?
Red flag laws right there. Gun deal.
But let me ask y'all something though. Should they just don't do nothing? Should they do nothing?
But Robert, you can't.
I'm asking you, should they just do nothing? Say,
no, what I'm saying is you cannot legislate crazy. You can't legislate crazy, and you can't legislate evil. So if you, let's say they make these gun laws or whatever, and they're like, okay, the AR-15s or whatever's going, you don't think they're gonna find if a motherfucker want to kill somebody with a gun, they'll find another fucking weapon to kill somebody with, bro.
Yeah, but you got to at least try to make it tougher for them to do it. Let me use this example right here. How old was you when you had your first alcoholic drink?
Say what?
How old were you when you had your first alcoholic drink?
Probably like 16.
Okay, what's the legal drinking age?
21.
So how did you just walk in the store and get it? The beer, liquor? Did you just walk in there and get it?
No, I knew older motherfuckers that would get it.
Okay, so you had another. So it was tougher for you to get it. It was a little bit harder for you to get it because you couldn't just go get it, right?
Okay.
So my point is, even though we have a legal drinking age, teenagers are still drinking, but it still might prevent that one teenager, make it harder for that one teenager to get something to drink. It's not that you're gonna stop on the age drinking, but you have to set rules in place.
But guess what? Guess how hard it is for somebody who's illegal to get a illegal gun. It's super easy.
All right, Jermaine. Okay, how do you understand? Like, look at Australia and Japan and all these other places in Europe that have strict gun laws, but don't have
and all those places you named, their government got their thumb on their fucking damn throat. They all authoritarian motherfucking damn governments, which our government trying to turn into, which shit, they pretty much already authoritarian over here. I mean, hell, they just made millions of people take something against their fucking damn will. I mean,
what about Canada? Same thing?
Canada, they didn't got the same way. This fucking damn prime minister, he used to be quote unquote progressive. Now, shit, it's like he got to tap on the shoulder and say, hey man, you better get on board with what we talking about. And now he authoritarian too. I know people me and Fu know people in Canada right now that was stuck in that they can't go fucking damn nowhere.
There are mental health issues all over the world, but we're the only one with a gun violence problem in any developed country that has a gun violence problem.
But you can't say that without proof, bro. You can't just say that. It's because there's other countries that have mass shootings, but we just don't hear about them.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
That mass shootings here we don't hear about because you know what? They can't keep up. They can't keep up with they can't report on everything.
Okay, so you think all mass shootings happen with AR-15s and automatic weapons?
No, just the worst ones. just the Sandy Hooks, just the Columbines, and all these just the Uvaldes and man, all these other ones that multiple people are dying. You know, dozens upon dozens of people are dying. I mean, I don't understand. It's common sense. We don't want this to happen. So why not? Why make it easy for people to make it happen?
We don't want motherfuckers to be prejudiced either, but we can't stop a motherfucker who want to be prejudiced being prejudiced either.
You're right. You're right about that. But
I keep telling you, it's a whole system that needs. It's somebody who makes money off of these AR-15s, these guns. It's somebody making money off of this shit. It's somebody making money off of our pain, off of our trauma. It's somebody making money off of racial shit, racism. It's somebody making money off of LGBTQ shit. It's it's motherfuckers other than the people who are making money off of all this shit. Those are the people that we need to be focusing on. I'm not saying that it's right for people to be getting killed and shit like that, but you have to get to the root of the problem first. You can't just go, okay, like you said earlier, you said we're all our government is always reactionary. Okay, well, get to the root of the problem. And nobody wants to get to the root of the problem because you know what? It's gonna stop the money from flowing.
Three letters of the root of the problem. NRA. And as long as they keep shoveling money in to the Republican Party, things.
So the NRA
are going to come to a grinding halt.
The NRA only donate to the Republican Party. I know it. I thought I stumped your ass on that shit. I thought I stumped your ass on that shit. Because you can't. It's not linear, bro. It's not linear. So for you,
no.
So for you to say
they donate to libertarians.
No, BT, what you should have said, and to not sound like a Democratic loyalist, is said all these politicians, both sides of the aisle, take money from the NRA. But the first thing you came out your mouth is saying just the Republicans, and that is not true.
Republicans are pimped by the NRA.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but based on what you just said, if the Republicans are pimped by the NRA, why don't the Democrats speak out against the NRA?
Why don't they? I mean, they do. You know,
when?
I mean,
when?
All the time.
When?
I mean, last week, AOC spoke about it last week. Cory Booker spoke about NRA last week.
You said ARC. They ain't that the same? She ain't got no credibility. She the same one that said she was in the building when they was rioting January 6th, and she wasn't even in the building. She said she was hiding under her desk, scared, and wasn't even in the building. Come to find out. So how we gonna take her word for anything?
Now, and also based on what you just said, once again, you said this was said last week. When we talk, if you want to go Democrat, Republican, based on all these mass shootings that have been happening, when has the Democrats ever spoke out against the NRA besides what you said last week? It doesn't happen because that's one of those. They're not going to go against the NRA the same way they're not going to go against the pharmaceutical companies. They're not going to do that. They can't.
Cory Booker just got through talking about the NRA. I mean, it's there.
I just said, I'm going to say this again. You're talking about something that you said last week. We're not talking about last week. We're talking about consistently. And I'm going to let you know right now, from experience. Number one, Cory Booker is a piece of shit. That's number one. I'm born and raised in Newark. Cory Booker is a piece of shit. Number two, Cory Booker is an opportunist. Any opportunity he gets a chance to speak on it, he's always done that since he was the mayor of Newark. So he's not a good example, and neither is AOC. At all.
Who's a good example of someone that's a Democrat?
When has Nancy Pelosi or fucking Maxine Waters said anything about the NRA? Once.
I'll look it up for you, partner. I'll look it up for you, and I'll be gladly to present it to you. You know I will.
I can tell you right now. You ain't gotta look it up. They have it. don't waste your Googles.
I'm pretty sure somebody had though, man.
Don't waste your Googles.
Based on what you just said, what you have to understand is if an establishment Democrat, or excuse me, politician speaks out against the NRA, it's political suicide. They're not going to do it. They know they can't do it because it will fuck them up. That's why the shit doesn't happen. That's why certain things just don't happen. We talk about change and all this other shit because they know if they do something or speak out against it, they're not gonna be in office no more.
Hey, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna read through this rights proposal bill when we get off. I'm gonna read through it thoroughly.
Yeah, it's nothing groundbreaking or monumental, man. But it's a step. That's all. That's how Congress. That's how Congress works. Baby steps.
Let me play that right quick.
Very quickly on guns. Vice President Biden said that manufacturers were the enemy, not NRA. What was your response specifically to him?
The NRA is the enemy. The leadership of the NRA right now is on the ropes, and I and Moms Demand Action and Giffords and the March for Our Lives groups, we have an opportunity to not just break them, but to beat them, and that's what I'm going to do as president.
Who is that?
Swall? What it is?
Who?
It was a Democrat.
Ain't never heard of. That's why, because he ain't on the big stage. That's why he can say that shit.
He actually ran for president.
Well, if you don't know his damn name, then he wasn't shit.
What's up, Ethan? What's going on, man?
I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
So you got to read the bill first, right?
Yeah, I mean, BT said it wasn't nothing significant in it. So, but I mean, I read it.
It wouldn't. I don't think it was nothing kind of like, I think they should have made an age limit to get AR. Not ban if they didn't ban them at all. At least make kids be responsible when they use them. When you're 18, just think back when you were 18 years old, man. How irresponsible you was. We was 18. We were irresponsible when we was 18.
Yeah.
It took us to kind of like come into adulthood a little bit to kind of like figure
Rob,
out. You know what I'm saying?
But Rob, what's funny? What's not funny? But what's scary is you think about all the shooting and stuff that happened in Chicago. You think those gang members they going through all the proper process to get them guns?
But see, Jermaine, the thing is that's gang violence. We know why
that's on the turf.
That's on the turf. But in the school killing kids,
Rob,
innocent people got nothing to do with nothing.
But Rob, my point in saying that is, if somebody who don't have to go through all the proper channels to get a weapon, whether they killing kids, killing themselves or whatever, then so the question begs you, where are they getting the guns from? Ain't no black people own no gun manufacturers in Chicago. I can guarantee you that. Ain't nobody black own no gun manufacturer. So where are they getting the guns from that's getting put on the streets?
The answer is registration.
Huh?
They can go to they can go to one of these gun shows like everybody else go to a gun show.
But if you're not of a certain age and if you got like stuff on your record, you ain't supposed to be getting no guns. So you think gang members are going to gun shows to get guns? Come on, bro. Y'all can't believe that.
All these gang members ain't got no big time records now. Just because you're a gang member don't mean you can't get a gun.
But I'm talking about at the mass that they getting these guns. They not going to no gun show getting the mass of the guns like that, bro.
Jermaine, the reason why those gang members are getting guns is because they're killing each other, and lawmakers don't care if they kill each other.
You still haven't answered my question. Where are the guns coming from?
Well, they get them off the black market, same place where they get drugs from.
Exactly. So you can make all the gun laws you want. If you can get off the black market, it don't matter.
No, you're right. You have to shut down the black market.
Go to YouTube. They'll show you how to make a fucking gun, bro.
Right. And they're cracking down on those ghost guns now. You know what I'm saying? It's not futile. It's been done before. What to do? I mean, if you wanted to get assault style rifle off the streets, you can do it. You can do it. It would take a buyback program which the government has plenty of money to do, apparently, but they could do it if they really wanted to, but they don't really want to.
No, I don't like buyback program. You know why I don't like buyback program? Because they only buy back in our community. And I'm like I said, I'm not against people owning guns. I'm just trying to. I just think we got to get most these guns out of these kids. Hey, an 18-year-old ain't got to be with an AR.
Right.
As irresponsible as an AR 18-year-old. Like I say, imagine when you was 18, how irresponsible you were.
If an 18-year-old can't get a gun legally, they still gonna get it.
Yeah, but they won't get it legally.
It doesn't matter, but they still gonna get it. So, but here's the other thing.
But they won't get it legally.
Just because a person's age doesn't necessarily mean they're not responsible either. Because there's kids out here who were taught to shoot as kids, so that can't be thrown in there either. That's not what it is. Basically, stupid, evil motherfuckers kill people. It's the person who has the gun. Period. That's what needs to be addressed. It's not the age. Shit ain't got your shit. I know some 18-year-olds that's more mature than motherfuckers that are 50. So that's not a problem.
But not over
like Jermaine said. How do you legislate someone being evil? You see what I'm saying? How do you legislate that? You can't. Now what you can legislate is this: every gun that's legally produced needs to be serial numbered and registered, and whoever it belongs to, you're responsible for it. If it's stolen and that gun is used in a crime and you do not report it, you have committed a felony. And you have to enforce it, and you have to enforce those laws. You cannot sell it. You cannot sell guns to your family members. You can't sell them to friends. You can't do it. If you are caught selling them, you and the person that bought the gun will be committing a felony. And
it has to be something like a bill of sale with it.
What about the guns where the serial number is filed off? So what if I'm a gun?
That gun is illegal, and you need to turn it into the federal authorities.
What if I'm a gun manufacturer and I said I cut a side deal with somebody who won a whole bunch of guns? I can manipulate the system and put the motherfuckers in this fucking hand, and won't nobody know the difference.
And if you're that gun manufacturer, you will get your gun licenses revoked, and then you will never be able to manufacture guns ever again. It's just that simple.
It sounds good in theory, bro, but it happens every day. Because like I said, these guns are coming from somewhere. They're not just dropping out of the sky. Ain't like they got a fucking damn plane with a parachute just dropping, or maybe they do got a parachute just dropping like they had the bricks doing the fucking damn riots and shit. They had the stacked up bricks. Maybe somebody just dropping off motherfucking damn stacks of guns.
Jermaine, come on, man, you grown, dude, and you're an intelligent man. If this country wanted to stop drugs, if this country wanted to stop human trafficking, if this country wanted to stop guns from coming in this country illegally, they could do it. They could do it. They don't want to because the demand is so high, and they don't want to because the demand is so high.
No, it ain't even the demand. They don't want to.
And the reason they don't want to is because they're the main problem.
Right.
When you start talking about illegal drugs, they're the ones getting it in the country. When you start talking about the human trafficking, they damn sure doing it. Talk about the guns, that's them. Why would they stop a money train? Because they're gonna make money. They're gonna make money from selling them and doing whatever they're doing, and then they're gonna play themselves to be the good guy when they crack down on it. Come on, man.
Everybody, problem. Everybody know the story of Rick Ross. We know how the government was selling up, was pushing damn dope over here to fund the war. So what makes them? What makes us believe that they wouldn't have the guns doing the same thing with guns?
What's up, Tony? Tony, can you hear me?
Hey, y'all.
What up, Kirsten?
What's up, Kirsten?
Hello, Kirsten.
What y'all talking about, guns?
Yeah, we talking about the new gun law proposal that they got out.
Jermaine said we don't need to do nothing.
I didn't say that. that's further from what I said. I just said, what can we? I said that's not going to do nothing. Legislating that shit ain't going to do nothing.
What you think that we can do? They can do then, Jermaine? Should they do anything at all?
I don't think. Like I said, if the guns are gonna, if we're not gonna get to the bottom of where the guns coming from, then we're not gonna get to the bottom of how to stop that. Because like I said, you can't legislate evil and mental health. You can't. And even if you mentally not well, I just told y'all the story about this mentally not well motherfucker who they just gave a fucking damn gun to.
Right.
He went through
There
all
should
the
be a registry.
he went through all the proper channels, and the sales clerk asked the people 3 or 4 times, "Are y'all sure y'all want me to sell this guy this gun?" I'm looking at him, and he looks crazy. He's schizophrenic. They told him yes 3 or 4 times, and he had to sell him the gun. So how do you combat that?
All right, this is how you combat that. You create a federal registry on everyone who has had a mental evaluation, and you rate them as, competent or not to have a firearm. And then if they are on that list, they cannot get a firearm legally.
What if you haven't gotten diagnosed? Because most people don't.
If you haven't gotten diagnosed, that's something that's. I mean, there's it's not perfect. It's not going to be foolproof.
BT.
I mean, is it a perfect system? No.
BT, I want you, and we're gonna talk about how this system works. Do you honestly believe that in this country, when you start talking about mental health, that the people who advocate for mental health not gonna say that is discrimination? Period. They gonna say that goes against the Disabilities Act, this, that, whatever. That is not gonna happen. There's no way that's going to happen.
No, not when it comes to purchasing a firearm. I'm sorry,
it
doesn't work.
It
doesn't work like that.
The reason that's not true is because just because a person may have a mental health issue does not mean they're not competent. That's why I'm saying that going down that road is dangerous, and they're not going to do that because that's not something they're going to touch.
You're right. Okay. All right. You're right. Okay. Let me tell you something. Despite what Second Amendment truthers say, it's not your right to be able to purchase guns. Just that's the same reason why. That's the same way to get around. That's how felons are restricted from buying guns. You see what I'm saying? It's not. You don't have a right to purchase a gun. You have a right to protect yourself and be armed, but you don't have the right to purchase, especially certain type of guns, pistols, long guns or whatever. I mean, shotguns and hunting rifles, they're different. But to buy certain vehicles, the feds can schedule guns like they schedule drugs. You know what I'm saying? You have to be pristine to have this. You have to have such and such license to have this.
I'm gonna tell you this. I know people who can get certain people firearms without being registered, because it's gonna come to a point where they're gonna try to take all the guns away, and they coming for all the motherfuckers who got their registered guns first. They coming for your ass.
And they're not trying to take guns away. The government don't want your guns. Why?
Okay. So
they just don't want crazy folks. It's evil folks that have guns.
Right. So why don't we deal with the mental health? Why don't we start focusing more on mental health and helping these so-called mentally people out versus let's get rid of the AR. But everything you turn on the View, you turn on CNN, you turn on all these. Let's get AR-15. Why the AR-15, nigga? I can blow your head off with a 9mm.
Yeah, you gonna get one person with a. You ain't gonna kill as many people with a 9mm, man. And the cops have a better chance of stopping you.
Okay, Rob, have you ever watched any? And the greatest example I could use is the character Bullseye from whatever that DC movie was, like a marksman. You do realize there's regular people out here that can shoot like that, right?
Not like that, but yeah, I got you. They military trained dudes.
It's motherfuckers out there who know how to shoot. They don't need motherfucker could take 10 people out and you wouldn't even see it. So with a 9mm.
Yeah, but that ain't what we're talking about though. We talking about a regular kid with an AR going into school with a gun with almost limited rounds to shoot as many people he can. Now,
Hey,
if he
we
going down, now he going down with a revolver. He gonna miss some people. He gonna hit some people. But it ain't gonna be the death toll ain't gonna be that high. You're not gonna kill 32 people with a revolver.
hey
Okay.
we ain't heard from
You
Kirsten
know what I'm saying?
we ain't heard from Kirsten and our guest. Kirsten, what you got to say?
Man, Kirsten looking cool as a fan back there, man.
No, I'm just gonna say like it ain't the guns that kill people. It's the crazy people with the gun. And some of these people ain't even, like these young children who are committing these mass shootings or whatever, they not just regular. These probably people who've been trained since they was young. Like you gotta think about that. It's very it's a wide dynamic for me. I think we need to keep our guns. They ain't taking my guns. I know that.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to that. It's just like you said. It ain't the gun that kill the people. It ain't the beer that making people. It ain't the beer that kill the people in these drunk driving accidents. It ain't the beer. So why are we telling people you can't drink beer till you're 21? It ain't the beer fault.
I mean,
You see what I'm saying?
That's what they say, but everybody who really follows that rule, really. I mean, never mind. But
I mean, why make drugs? Why they making drugs illegal and people still doing it? Why even make drugs illegal if people still gonna do drugs? Why even make it illegal?
Yeah,
See what
just
I'm saying?
Okay, Rob.
fuck it.
Rob, since you
Mad
making that
Max
statement,
beyond
can y'all hear me?
Thunderdome. Hey, fool. Let my man get in a little bit.
be quiet.
Is he froze?
Like, he looked like he froze. He told you what's up. You very low too. Your mic low.
Yeah.
My mic low. Can you hear me now?
You still low, bro.
He might need to take his earphones off.
Yeah, it must be the headset.
We can't hear you.
I'm gonna switch mics.
All right, go ahead,
Tony,
fool,
we
while he
can't hear
switching
you.
mics. Fool, go ahead while he switching mics.
Rob,
But
what
what
I was gonna say
actually
to
is
you
the
was
proposal bill, though?
what I was gonna say to you was, Rob, is that do you have any idea the reason that weed was illegal? Do you know the story? Do you know the history behind that?
Well, weed was illegal?
Yes.
Because they couldn't tax it?
No.
They want to tax it?
Nah.
That's how the government is, though.
When you look at the history of weed, basically it was really hemp. It wasn't necessarily marijuana. Before all of that shit happened, they made hemp. They made everything out of hemp. Literally, they made everything out of hemp. Paper, all that shit.
Blue
Everything.
jeans. Yeah.
Then, once they criminalized weed, the plastic industry exploded. And once that shit happened, it was a wrap. That's why they never went back. That's what I'm saying. It's always something behind what they do. It's always something. And they criminalized. They used to say weed will make you jump out the window. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
They
Right.
had a campaign about this shit. We ain't never did that to nobody. Unless you got a bad wasn't no bad batch back in the fucking 20s and 30s.
No. Hey Rob, look at the video I sent you. Now that's a common sense on what you can do. Please play that video that I put in our group, the everyday group.
We see it on Facebook.
Y'all hear me now?
Nah, you
Yeah.
still low. You still low, bro.
You still low, man. You spit all that mic on that mic.
But
We hear you, but unplug your mic.
what is actually the proposal bill, though?
Kirsten, I hadn't read it, but BT said it wasn't. BT and Rob said it wasn't really much to do about nothing. So,
Oh, okay.
my sprinklers just came on.
Your sprinklers.
Is it hot up there, Jermaine?
Well, not now because it rained earlier, but it's supposed to be 110 tomorrow.
Oh.
110, Lord.
Yeah, the heat index.
Oh yeah, it is supposed to get hot, real hot.
It been hot down here too.
Man, fuck that. I ain't with that heat shit.
Any better?
Yeah, we hear you now.
All right, cool. All right, so I kind of agree. With BT a little bit because you want to take away guns, which people are using to kill, but you also know that people kill other people in cars all the time. We don't take away cars. We're not going to stop people from driving because crazy people out there driving crazy, hitting other folks, and people dying. There's not going to be any legislation against that. So the U.S. is just going to be the U.S. How can you stop it? There's no way to stop it. Unless you want to just eradicate the Constitution of the United States.
You can legislate it, just like you can drive cars, but you can't drive. You can't drive. You can't drive dragsters on the streets. You can't drive NASCARs on the streets.
They put a bill in place saying that you can't text and drive.
How many people text and drive? Yeah, because I damn sure do it.
They can't enforce it. How are they going to enforce it unless they watch it?
But I bet you when you texting in a cop ride by you throw that damn phone down, don't you?
Oh yeah, I ain't stupid.
Okay. My point. You all aware that you're doing something wrong, though, right? You all aware of it, though. So,
but Rob, at the end of the day, I'm not evil, and I ain't got a mental health issue. I know if I see a damn cop and I'm doing something crazy to stop.
Right.
But you got these guys who don't give a fuck about that, got mental that like my man he's alluding to. You can't, and we've said it multiple times on the show, you can't legislate crazy or mental illness. You can't legislate that. So whether you make laws or not, the ones who want to go shoot up these schools, they're gonna find a way to do it. Like I said, it might not even be a AR-15 or a gun like that. Hell, they can go on YouTube and find out how to make a fucking bomb and just set that motherfucker at the door of the fucking school.
Make it harder for them. Make it harder for them. That's all we're saying. We're not saying make it a foolproof, airtight plan. Make it more difficult for people to shoot up schools.
But even if I'm not mistaken, the people with the so-called mental illness, like they have more leniency, like when they commit a crime, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But hell, here we go. Here's an idea, and this is what I'm proposing to do at our school, and it's going to have to come from the federal government. Going to have to give these states money to do this, but it can be done. So we have a camera system. We got cameras all around our school, and with this camera system, they also have something where it has a detector. You have one point of entry in the school. And what this detector does, it does facial recognition and it does the shape of gun recognition. So it can look like it may be a gun, and that's it. I mean, you're gonna have to secure. If you don't want this shit happening in your schools and shit, you're gonna have to go to some shit like that where it's like, I don't care if you feel like you're in a fucking damn jail, or either go to that school or homeschool your kid. It's either one or two. You're going to go through this damn metal detector. This detector, we're going to find out if you got something. It's going to be one point of entry at the school, or you ain't getting in the school. That's how you end the school shooting shit. Now, you ain't going to, like I said, you ain't going to legislate the damn crazy motherfuckers, but you can damn sure stop them from coming in the damn school.
All right. I mean, that you know what? That's probably very, very expensive, and that very much cut it down a lot on it. But if you stop it at the source, you know, I keep hearing about more police at schools and stuff like that. All that does is lead to more students being arrested, black students, you know, students that look like us, black and brown students that look like us. I mean, I don't see it, man. I mean, it's not going to happen until we nip it at the bud.
But BT,
Rob, please play that video, Rob.
But BT, that's not. You said we got to get to the source. You didn't even name the source. The source is the gun manufacturers.
Right, I agree.
That's the source. So if we can stop the guns from being flooded into wherever. Hell, first of all, this shit ain't gonna happen because the United States is the biggest arms dealer in the world. So that ain't never gonna happen. We ain't never getting rid of guns. It ain't never gonna happen.
I
throw
agree,
hold
man.
up,
I mean, I
hold
agree.
up. I could throw this in there. BT said that it's expensive. Number one, the gun manufacturers can afford to pay for it, and number two, if they ain't get that money back from Ukraine and pay for it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah, I'm saying metal detectors in the urban schools already. That's probably why we don't have mass shootings. Like we been had that a long time ago.
Yep. And you
But
can't
isn't
put
the
a
Almost
price.
guns
every
that's not
public
made
school
from
in
metal?
Atlanta have metal detectors.
And if the concern is so much about the schools and all that stuff, then you can't put a price tag on these kids' lives. So it shouldn't matter how much it costs. They printing money like it ain't shit any damn way. Print some goddamn money to get these damn detectives in the schools.
Hey, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. But hold on a second.
But most of these schools is folk coming in from outside.
But how is these people getting? First of all, how is you getting in the school from outside? Doors at schools just don't be open like that, unlocked. Not
That
at all schools, they don't.
that's why you got one point of entry. It's one point of entry. That's it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why I made the statement about the whole thing. It just was a lot of things. I was like, oh, it sound like a lot of crazy shit.
So I remember something Kirsten said in one of the broadcasts. She said, pay attention to the movies. So if that's the case, then I saw one of the movies where they actually have guns now that's not made from metal. So metal detectors won't solve your problem.
Well, that's why I was saying this system that we're looking at getting is it don't just search for metal, it searches for shapes as well. So anything that may look like a gun, handgun, whatever, that's what it looks for.
Let me play. This video you talking about, BT?
Yeah, that's it.
So I thought about it. Here's the bill that I would put forth today if I was in Congress. Okay. First, if you want to obtain a firearm, there are steps that need to be taken before you even step into a gun store. You have to obtain 3 different permits. The first is you have to sit through an 8-hour gun safety course that has to be renewed every single year. The second, you have to go out to the range and prove that you know how to competently and safely handle the firearm that you want to purchase. That has to be renewed every single year. Third, you have to have a permit that states that you will safely and securely store that firearm at all times. That way, if your gun shows up in a crime, you're held liable. Next, you have to complete a comprehensive background check, almost as if you're getting a secret clearance from the United States government. We're going to interview your family, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, your teachers. We're going to look into your criminal history and your psychiatric history. If any of those things come back that you're not qualified for this, sorry, you're not getting a fucking gun. All right? And lastly, there's a 48-hour waiting period from the time that you want to purchase the gun to the time that you can actually walk out with it. That is what I would put forth right now. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But is it literally something? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's something. That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a good start.
Yeah, but
I think it would be a lot more people getting guns the other way rather than that way. Because if you want a gun, you can get one.
I think that's some bullshit. Because if somebody steal my damn gun and then commit a crime before I realize it's gone, now I'm going to jail for some shit that I ain't fucking damn do. I think that's some bullshit.
Yeah, that's about securely and being responsible about your guns. That's why you're supposed to lock them up.
And not leave it on the kitchen table, Jermaine.
Right. Next to the Fruit Loops.
I don't eat Fruit Loops.
So he hide it behind a Fruit Loop box.
Yeah.
Let's jump into something else real quick, man. BT, what you want to talk about? We want to talk about this economy, man. What's going on? Are y'all changed anything?
stock market saw nothing but red on Monday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average falling points and the S&P 500 entering bear market territory. That's never a good sign for Wall Street or us on Main Street either. Now, while just 58% of Americans own stock, that includes retirement savings accounts like 401ks. The stock market has far-reaching impact into our everyday lives, though. For example, companies often base their hiring and firing decisions based on the performance of their stock.
The massive stock sell-off comes, of course, as the Federal Reserve begins its two-day meeting today, where another round of interest rate hikes are all but guaranteed. The only question really is how high. Some Wall Street analysts are anticipating the biggest rate increase in nearly 30 years. Now, these rate hikes are designed to try and get a hold on soaring inflation. But last Friday, Consumer Price Index saw prices for goods and services climb at its fastest rate since 1981. Although the economy is fast becoming a major campaign issue for the fall midterms, the White House is publicly expressing confidence that its policies will get the nation's economy back on the right track.
Is that the American people are well positioned to face these challenges because of the economic historic gains that we have made under this president in the last 16 months.
Now, to be fair, there is some hope this morning as stock futures are all up across the board, with early traders looking for bargains to make up for all those recent losses.
Still, though, the words, bear market can have a chilling effect on the economy. And Jay and Morning Rush's Stephen Graddick have more on that. Hey, guys.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, this is Stephen. Let's talk about this because, we need to simplify this market language for our viewers. Just define for us bear market versus bull market. What's the main difference here?
Yeah, well, the main difference here is that a bull market is when prices are going up, and it's generally defined as when stocks or indexes are up 20%. Now, on the flip side, a bear market is when prices are going down, and that's defined when a stock or an index is down 20% from its high price. So essentially, a bull market means a healthy economy, and a bear market, not so healthy.
And bear market meaning let's get scared for a possible recession.
That's right.
Okay, so there were a handful of names that were kind of weathering the storm here. Which ones were those companies?
That's right. So some companies did survive. Some familiar names that you may know. Coca-Cola only fell 0.1% yesterday, proving that even in tough times, people still stay thirsty. And the stock market ended the day with $61.34. Now, McDonald's saw a gain of 0.4%. Now, the value mill is proven to be valuable, with stocks ending the day at $238.47, but off of its high from $267 last October. And finally, pizza maker Domino's saw its stock close at 3/100%, with the price of $380.63. Jay,
of course, that's just 1 day on the stock market. Really difficult to read.
So, folks eating that good food now.
That's sad.
Hey,
Domino's.
People ain't got that money to eat good like they can't go get that good healthy food no more. They got to go to McDonald's now.
I want to say this.
There's always a choice.
I want to say this, and it's the saddest thing in the world. There are people out here who are literally saying that this economy is good and great with a straight face, and we are dealing with record inflation. Record inflation. That right there is the saddest thing in the world, but it shows you how brainwashed people can be. This shit is crazy. A bag of Doritos is $6. $6.
So the question is, has this economy changed the way you spend? Has it changed the way you spend?
The economy is good and bad. It's like it's bad because inflation and food prices and gas prices are through the roof. But on the flip side, wages are up. Wages are up. People are making more money, and jobs are up. They're almost, by the end of the summer, it'll be more people working than before the pandemic. So it's it's a double-edged sword.
BT, I want you to be realistic. You just said wages are up with record inflation. There is no wages that are up. That negates it. That cancels that out.
Yeah,
That's
I
why I
mean,
say it's a
it
double-edged
ain't nothing you
sword.
got to play though. It's just something for the group to look at.
Oh, okay.
Um,
It's a double-edged sword. You know, it is what it
Hey,
is.
but where are you getting those stats from? I would like you to show me where you say the employment is gonna be up.
I,
And
I,
how
I
do
can
they know
show
that?
you a video. Trust me. I don't just pull it out of the air.
I don't
People
want
are
to see no.
working.
I don't want to see no video. I want to see where they pulling these numbers from.
Okay.
The
All right.
employment numbers up.
I'll
The
have them
employment
to
numbers
you,
are
but it'll
good.
probably be after the show. But
Okay, yeah,
I'll be more than happy to show them to you.
for sure. Because I'll be
You know,
interested to know how the employment gonna be higher now than after the
It's been ramping
it's
up for the
higher.
last
It's
18
higher.
months.
Oh, it is okay.
Employment is high. Do you know what the problem is? The problem is the supply.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
People want to spend money, but it ain't no supplies to spend. It ain't enough supplies to
Yeah,
it ain't
I'm
enough
in.
supplies.
I'm in recruiting. I'm in recruiting, and the market is through the roof. You know, jobs are out there. They're out there if you want them, and they can't keep up with they can't keep up with the demand. I mean, with the supply. Actually, there's more people out there. That's why people are making more money now than they made in the last 10 years. I mean, but food isn't wrong. The prices of food and stuff like that is kind of offsetting it. It really is.
I mean, it's places in California, gas $10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
So
sad.
what different? So are y'all moving differently now in y'all personal lives? Are y'all moving differently?
I mean, I've always moved frugal, so I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
me
people
too,
call
kind of. I would say
they
my
call it
budget
cheap,
stuff.
but I don't be buying extravagant shit. You see me in the same shit. A t-shirt, if it's hot, some shorts. That's it. I ain't buying no Louis Vuitton and all that bullshit. I don't do that shit.
So your life really ain't changed in a way, right?
No, not really. The only thing that changed my life is that damn pandemic fucked some shit up, but that's about it.
And you have to look at it as with what's going on. When you start talking about gas prices, what happens to gig workers? What happens to somebody doing DoorDash, Instacart, Shipt, Uber Eats and things like that, or doing Uber and Lyft? Because now they're really not making any money, because the money they're making, they're putting right back in gas. So that's why the way this shit is working, it's almost like the government was on some fuck you type shit, for real. Because so many people walked away from jobs. A lot of people walked away from working a 9 to 5 and started doing their own thing. Now the gig workers get hurt the most, and then the people who work in regular jobs, it's going to hurt them also, because they're spending more money on gas. What would be smart is if more people start carpooling. If people started carpooling, that'd be a gangster move. Then they can go ahead and save money. But they got everybody so separated, don't nobody want to be in a car together. That's what I'm saying. All this shit plays into each other.
But don't Uber and Lyft kind of like pass it down to the consumer?
Say that again.
Don't they pass the bill down to the, like it costs more to ride Uber now, right? Or Lyft.
Yeah,
but the point.
So it kind of offsets it, right?
No, there is no offset, because now you're talking about, all right, I use Jermaine and BT for an example. They go to work every day. They're going to work every day, driving a certain distance, and then they live their lives. So they drive in their car a certain amount. They're not going to spend as much money on gas with somebody doing a gig job, because they're constantly driving all day. They're possibly filling up their car every day. It's a good chance that happens. There is no offset in that shit. None at all. When gas was cheap, then you could really save something because of that. When gas was like $2.50, $3, this, that, whatever, that was cool. When you start talking about gas being $5 a gallon, gas has not been this high since Bush was in office.
Yo.
When Bush was in office, it was the same thing.
Yo, I'm going to the gas station when my shit get almost at a quarter from full. I'm going to the gas station to fill up. I'll be damned if I'm gonna be paying $100 to fill up my damn truck. Fuck that.
Man, Exxon made $35 billion in the first quarter.
I believe
first quarter. That is an all-time record in one quarter. That's almost double any other quarter they've ever made. 35 billion in one quarter.
Okay.
So
That's
now,
sad.
BT,
They running
once
the
again,
world.
you just made that statement about them making that money. Where is the backlash from the government speaking out against oil companies and gas gouging or price, whatever the fuck you call that shit, saying y'all need to spray, y'all pretty much need to stop this bullshit because it's hurting the American people. They're not gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that.
I showed it to you last week. They put in the bill to stop that.
Actually, Biden going to meet with him. Going to meet with the Saudis, man.
He going to meet with who?
This ain't the
The
Saudis.
Saudis.
The Saudis.
Yeah.
Man, I'll talk about that shit on another show. That shit crazy.
But what's so crazy is oil is infinite. Like they don't tell you that. They act like it's not just created from the earth naturally all the time. Oil is infinite. We will never run out of oil. Ever. Did y'all know that? I mean, I know probably some of y'all did, but so it's like they creating. It seems like the gas companies are creating the wave of the economy.
Pearson is
You're
chess.
right.
They playing
There's
chess.
an equation that's not talked about. Problem plus solution equals opportunity.
Yeah.
This government creates the problem. They come up with the solution, and they're the ones that reap the benefits from the opportunity and make the money. Bottom line. But that's not that. They don't talk about that.
You know what's funny? Didn't Biden say he wasn't fucking with damn Saudi no more? Didn't he say he was going to cut ties with him? Now he going to beg for some oil, boy. That motherfucker there, boy.
Did he say he gonna cut ties with him?
Yeah, because they killed that journalist.
Yeah, he did.
Shogi or Mashogi or some shit like that. They were supposed to be, we ain't dealing with the Saudi prince, and now he going to meet with him. You know why he going to meet with him? Because the Saudi prince already said he going to start selling his oil in rubles. He fucking with Putin.
He's going to kiss that ring.
Oh yeah, he going to buy down. He got, man, look, let me get in here. He's sleepy. He ain't stupid. Well, whoever advising him ain't stupid. Because you know he ain't coming up with this shit by himself, man. Y'all see that motherfucker.
I mean, you act like Joe Biden ain't spent 30 years in foreign policy. You know, that's what he do. That was his thing he ran on.
Yeah,
I know foreign policy. That was his thing with Barack Obama. They say Barack Obama didn't have much foreign policy, but Joe Biden, he got it all. He got 40 years experience.
Oh yeah, that's why we overthrew the Ukrainian government in 2014. But that's another topic. The economy is fucked up for some people. It may not be fucked up for other people, but it's fucked up for a whole lot of people.
Yeah,
hey, did y'all know 85% of Americans are one paycheck away from being homeless?
It's about to get worse.
One paycheck from being homeless?
One paycheck away from being homeless.
I don't know about that. I'd like to see the numbers on that.
All you gotta do is look it up, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
The only thing I changed is like my eating out budget, and that's only so that I can save more and have more to invest. So.
Think about it this way, and this ain't just putting my business out, but shit, I don't mind. I'm transparent with my shit. When that C-19 and that pandemic hit, I took a damn 60% pay cut, monthly pay cut, 60%. So imagine motherfuckers who wasn't making as much as I was making, taking a 60% pay cut.
Right.
That's real, man.
So you saying 80, that's a real number. It's motherfuckers who, if they miss a week of work and they ain't making no paycheck, they can't pay their fucking rent.
Yeah,
you get paid every most people you get paid every 2 weeks.
Now they're finna raise the interest rates up so high, man. You ain't gonna be able to buy nothing anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the kind of because like the because business owners they've had it too good. That's why real estate is out of control right now. It's because the interest rate's been so low to borrow money, and then they could jack up rent to whatever they want it to be, making property values go through the roof and out of control. Now, if you raise up interest rates, they're not gonna buy so much. It's gonna force rent down, force property value down. That's basically how it works.
Here's a nugget for you that somebody that I know that's pretty well off, he told me to do, because a lot of the economists have been saying that this is about to be a housing market crash in the next couple of months. Say it's going to be worse. They speculate that it may be worse than 2008, and that's why you see a lot of your house. I don't know in Georgia, but in South Carolina, your house may be almost double its value. Like we paid like $145 for our house. Right now, the market value for our house is like $245. So what I did was, I called my bank. I was like, "Yo, we gonna refinance and we gonna pull all." She was like, "How much equity you want?" I said, "All that bitch. I want all that motherfucker out of that motherfucker."
The whole 85%, huh?
I want all that money, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that shit and I'm gonna invest in some property. I'm gonna invest in all kind of damn shit. I'm gonna make that motherfucker work.
Yeah.
People paying more for less now, man.
Yeah.
People paying $400,000 for a $200,000 house.
That's right. So y'all better check the value on y'all crib and see if y'all can't pull that equity out.
Yeah, I need to look into that.
But you're gonna take a beating on your taxes though for a while.
Nah, you won't take a beating, because guess what? It ain't income.
No, your property taxes.
Oh, well, fuck that. Shit. I'm talking about the damn Fed trying to come get your damn. You ain't got to worry about the federal government trying to come get it because it ain't income.
Yeah. Rob, we're gonna talk about the January 6th trial.
You want to talk about that?
What's that?
What we
What's
learned?
the January 6th trial?
He's talking about the insurrection. They want to put
the hearings. I shouldn't call it a trial. I should call it what it is. The hearings.
But that's about all it is, BT. It's just a dog and pony show, man. You know what I'm saying?
One interesting thing I pulled from it, man, is that Trump pulled he collected $250 million in donations that's supposed to be fighting election fraud, and that money didn't go there. And the DOJ, that's everybody's trying to find a connection from Trump to the insurrection and trying to say he incited it. I don't think you're going to find that. You're not going to find that. But they can get him for fraud. They can get him for campaign fraud. That's for sure. That might be he might be red-handed on that.
They're not gonna do nothing, BT. The Democrats already said they're not looking for prosecution. No prosecution going against the Republicans.
Yeah.
All this is a big ass virtual signal. That's it.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, the Democrats, they already said they're not looking for no jail time, nothing like that for nobody.
Hey, you know why they ain't looking for no jail time? Because all they ass will be implicated in that shit. Because all of them do fucking damn fraud with them fucking damn donations and shit. So that would be telling on themselves if they try to damn take his ass to damn jail for the shit.
Hell, I don't know.
We're
gonna see. They're going after your girl Lauren Bobbitt too.
Hey, they impeached him. They impeached him 3 times or 2 times, 3, however many times they impeached him. They ain't impeach him on shit real. They could have impeached him on something real, but they didn't, because it all would have implicated all these motherfuckers. They could have impeached him on the emoluments clause when they had this Russiagate shit going. Look up the emoluments clause and tell me what it says. The emoluments clause means you can't have connections to motherfuckers where things like you taking money from their ass, like Russiagate.
To be honest, this is what I think. This is what I think the Democrats want to do. I think it's kind of a sham too. I think what they want to do is they want to get him under investigation and possibly under indictment to the point where he can't. So when it's time for him to run, he won't be able to run or disqualify him from running for president again. I think that's what they want to do.
The DOJ ain't gonna touch that. The DOJ ain't gonna touch that.
We're gonna see.
And you know what? They're not even gonna give him recommendations to do nothing. Cause they want to save Biden. They don't want Biden to be caught up in that. Cause they're not gonna prosecute. They're not gonna prosecute Trump, man.
Hey, if they do that, they're gonna have to prosecute Trump. They're gonna have to prosecute Biden, Pelosi. They're gonna have to go back and prosecute Obama. They're gonna have to. You think they finna open that Pandora's box for all these motherfuckers to get fucking that? Man, please.
The only reason why they're doing this trial is to kind of like the Democrats know they're in trouble in the midterm, so they're trying to keep this fresh in the voters' mind. That's all it is, man.
They like a drowning man in the middle of the sea. They like
they're on the rope. They're on the rope.
Hey, BT, I'm waiting for man, Jermaine. You were right. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear that come out your mouth.
Jermaine, a broke clock is right twice a day. You've been saying this. You've been saying this for a year and a half. Oh man,
I said in the midterms they gonna lose the House, maybe the Senate, and you was like, no, ain't no way. Nigga, they losing both of them, and then 2024 it's gonna be a Republican president. That's just how the script go, bro.
2 years ago, you said that didn't you say in 2020?
No.
Didn't you say? Didn't you say there was no way that the Democrats was going to take the Senate?
No. What I said was when Biden won, when he was running in October, I said if he wins, I said in the upcoming midterms, they're gonna lose the House and the Senate and possibly the Senate. That's what I said. We can go back to the Overflow YouTube page and find it.
Hey, let's touch on a little entertainment real quick, man. Let's touch on BT old boy, Deshaun Watson, man. Is he ever gonna play again?
Yeah, man. He'll play.
I just want to tell y'all too that it is a full moon today.
Is it?
It's a full moon in Sagittarius.
Oh yeah, before I get into that, man. I gotta play this Herschel Walker commercial, man.
Please don't.
It wasn't the funniest. Hey, it wasn't the funniest campaign commercial I ever seen, bro.
Bruh.
I gotta play it, man.
Warnock out of the state of Georgia has released a new campaign ad against Herschel Walker, his opponent for the U.S. Senate, and it only includes Herschel Walker. Here it is.
You know what, Glenn? I'm gonna say something I probably shouldn't. Do you know right now I have something that can bring you into a building that will clean you from COVID as you walk through this garment. As you walk through the door, it will kill any COVID on your body. When you leave, it will kill the virus as you leave this here product. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to hear about that.
I'm Raphael Warnock, and I approve this message.
Now, that campaign ad alone should clear the pathway to victory for Senator Raphael Warnock. But I want to remind you that Herschel Walker won the Republican primary by double digits. He slaughtered the field. In one poll, he's leading Raphael Warnock by 10 points. Other polls, they have it within the margin of error. This should be a clear runaway. However, Herschel Walker, he's willing to do one thing and one thing well: carry the water of white bigots and advocate for white supremacy if he's elected. That's why the base of Republican voters are going to support him, no matter how idiotic he may seem. I have more. If you remember, he actually was posed a question talking about Herschel Walker, about the mass shootings or guns in the United States of America. Here's what he said about that. Here's his solution if he becomes a US senator.
Cain killed Abel, and that's the problem that we have. And I said, what we need to do is look into how we can stop those things. He talked about doing a disinformation. What about getting a department that can look at young men, that's looking at women, that's looking at just social media? What about doing that, looking into things like that, and we can stop that way? But yet they want to just continue to talk about taking away your constitutional rights. And I think there's more things we need to look into. This has been happening for years, and the way we stop it by putting money into the mental health field, by putting money into other departments rather than departments that want to take away your rights.
That's not a bad idea.
You heard correct. We need to have a department looking into men who look into women, according to Herschel Walker. Young men, excuse me. Herschel Walker has no answers. He has no platform. He barely has a brain. Herschel Walker, once again, carries the water of those who are bigoted inside of the Republican Party. They will keep him employed. They would at least try to. I also need to remind you that he was one of the top fundraisers, not in Georgia, but in the entire country. Do you hear me? He had more people giving him money in order to become a U.S. Senator than almost anybody who has or was running during that time. There's actually more. Remember this statement?
I'll tell you something else I heard. Now think about this, because at one time science said man came from apes. Did it not? That's when you go to the science.
Every time I read or hear that, I think to myself, you just didn't read the same Bible I did.
Well, this was interesting though. If that is true, why are there still apes? Think about it.
Damn, that brother dumb.
Man, Warnock needs to challenge him to a debate and just end it.
They're not going to put Herschel Walker out there for no debate, man. You know that.
but
You can't make a debate.
Even if he challenging for a debate, what the fuck Warnock gonna talk about? What the fuck?
He gonna be articulate at least. Goodness gracious.
Shit. Hell, anybody can get somebody to write a fucking damn speech or some shit.
I think when Trump won for presidency, anybody just felt like they can.
Right. You hit the nail on the head.
That showed, they gave everybody the courage that they could be in office.
Herschel not they really forcing Herschel. They're not forcing him to run. They put him out there. Herschel not wanting. It ain't nothing he came up with. It just they feel like we can get a black man. We want a black face, a popular person in Georgia, and that's all it was about Herschel Walker. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like they pulling the Democratic card playbook.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
Now see, they'd have got a likable black man. It'd have been different.
We'll make Herschel win.
Shit.
he might win. Herschel might win, like the guy, like the man
it
said.
Ain't no Mike. You heard what he said. He already up in the polls. He gonna win. Hey. And that's sad that somebody like that can beat this. Well, hell, Warnock wasn't no damn politician either. So whatever.
But he got a brain. I think he got a brain. He kind of. Let me see. I think he's kind of intelligent, more intelligent.
So say man come from AIDS.
So is that the bar? Just to have intelligence to be a politician? That's the bar.
Hey, Kirsten. He said man come from apes. So if man come from apes, why we still got apes?
That nigga crazy. that shit was funny.
He expected everybody to clap after that.
see, like I say, but like Jermaine say, he might get the last laugh. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna get the last laugh, man. I keep telling y'all it's gonna be a red wave.
Hey, Jermaine, he ain't gonna know what the hell to do once he get up there, but he gonna be up there.
He gonna be up there.
he gonna have an earpiece on, somebody tell him what to do.
That is very funny.
And the sad part is, as long as people keep voting for him, he'll stay up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's hilarious. He's very entertaining.
But that district he's in. No, he's in the Senate, right?
Yeah,
he's running for Senate.
U.S. Senate, yeah. So that means everybody gets.
That means everybody in the state. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
I was both. That's like more. I mean, I don't know, man. It seems like the Republicans got the wackiest dudes. It's like look at Herschel Walker, look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Lindsey Graham. These are the most ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand. Just get some people that are rational up there. That's all I ask.
The Jermaine folks, man.
They're my people.
Lauren Boebert just got her GED in 2020 before she got elected.
They're my people. Ain't nothing wrong with GED.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Say, long as you got a GOD though.
That's why they try to get her for campaign fraud. She said she tried to build 10,000 miles for her campaign. 10,000. She said she drove 10,000 miles. I mean, she must have drove the country back and forth 20 times. I mean, come on, man. How you gonna drive 10,000 miles? You live in Denver.
Hey, man.
Maybe she was talking about her team.
Get off my
Seems
people.
like
Let's
more
talk
often
about
than not, there is going to be a new wrinkle that emerges. And now the new wrinkle is 2 new lawsuits. Attorney Busby confirmed on Monday night that there will be 2 additional civil complaints filed against Deshaun Watson, alleging presumably sexual misconduct during massage therapy sessions. One, a referral from a lawyer in Atlanta. The other, someone who decided to come forward for the first time after seeing the HBO Real Sports feature 3 weeks ago. So now, Chris, the number is going to be 26. I do not know how the NFL gets out of this one without putting Deshaun Watson on paid leave. I know the commissioner has said no paid leave. If I'm going to do anything, I'm just going to suspend him. That was nearly 3 months ago. Things have changed dramatically in the last 3 weeks. I think paid leave makes the most sense, especially when they don't know how many more of these cases, Chris, are going to be filed.
Well, I mean, I'm like, I hear you, Mike. I want to go like, I guess at some point, just go. I think we've hit the point of it being bad enough to know that, like, a year is not crazy. I guess that's what I would say. I always feel like with the NFL, and you've explained this so well, where yes, they drag their feet a little bit or take their time on this because they want to make sure all the information's out there. They don't get, the Ray Rice, we've given you a suspension. Oh no, we found out something worse. It should have been a worse suspension. They're worried about that. But I feel like we've kind of hit the limit with this one here. Like it's, I don't know. So where I feel like if they came down hard on them right now, nobody's going to be like, whoa, wow, well, all the facts aren't out and we need to see a few more things here. That's where it's a little different. And I just keep looking at my watch going, when is this going to happen?
Oh, man, but my question is, all these women who coming out, man, should something happen to these women? They found out they lied or something like that. Because I don't think all of them lied. Some of these women some truth. Very lie.
At this point, I'm gonna say he sexually assaulted me. Okay, why not?
You might as well get in that line, get some of that money, man.
Why not? I mean, yeah, but I mean, at this point, though, I mean,
hey, look, and I tell you this, Jermaine, if you give me some of the money, I'll back you up.
Hey,
I'm gonna say, yeah, I took Jermaine.
Hey, I give you 15%. I give you 15%. Look, man, on a serious note, though, I mean, you got to be beyond reckless as Deshaun Watson. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, come on, man. I mean, how true all that stuff is. I mean, but where there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm pretty sure he's done something. I mean, but I mean, this lets you know that when you don't have nobody, you ain't got nothing but yes men around you. You ain't got nobody who's really down for you. You ain't got nobody in your corner to tell you some real shit. Like, bro, you don't need to do this shit. I mean, ain't nobody told this motherfucker he shouldn't be contacting these motherfuckers off Instagram or wherever he contacted them from. Ain't nobody told him not to do this. Wasn't a good idea. I don't know.
I think the only thing working in his favor, don't nobody see him as that guy. You know what I'm saying? Had it been somebody like Antonio Brown, everybody say, "Oh man, yeah, he did." Antonio Brown, he arrogant. You know what I'm saying? He's a me guy. You can see him doing that, but Deshaun Watson, the quiet dude, and people want to like him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing he got going for himself.
But I feel like he got a problem though. I think he may be dealing with some a sex addict or something. I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, the thing about it, man, you don't have to do it this way. I mean,
Bruh.
it's a massage fetish,
bruh.
Because I'm pretty sure you can get some women to come to the house and do some things with you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
And they know they coming to do some things with you.
For free.
You know what I'm saying? Not for free, but you know what I'm saying? You got nobody to give them or something.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm Deshaun Watson for free. Yeah, look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon out here impregnating broad, saying, "Look, hey, look, I'm gonna take care of you. I ain't finna be with you, but I want you to have this baby. You gonna be good." I mean, I can't.
BT, BT don't want to say nothing about his boy, man. He with you no more, BT.
Yeah.
Hey, he's from Georgia. He's a Georgia boy, man. Hey, I should have more emotional attachment to you.
Yeah, he played in South Carolina, where where Jermaine
So
is.
all of us have a play in this, man.
All right.
Don't tie me to that motherfucker. Hell no.
I think it's all BS because I've never heard. Have you ever heard of a person being sued for sexual misconduct for happy endings or massage? So either Deshaun is he's done something that no one has ever done in life, or that these women are trying to grab this money.
That's not unheard of now, BT. Remember the Patriots owner got caught up in a scandal like that.
Did he get indicted?
No, he didn't get indicted.
Did he get sued?
He's a billionaire.
No, because what was going on in there was consensual. You see, that's what was going on in there. 8 cases went to two different counties. I mean, they billed him on all the cases. You can indict a ham sandwich. All right. For one thing, all 26 of them didn't file criminal charges. So that's a red flag right there. So let me ask you, if you have a daughter, Rob, or Kirsten, or Jermaine, and someone, and they claim that someone sexually assault them, even if they're rich or famous or whatever, are you going to want to? Or what's the first thing you'll do? You gonna go to the police, or are you gonna file a lawsuit on them?
Police. When you file a civil suit, it looked like you're just looking for money.
Right.
Yeah.
None of them went to the police first. Not one. Not one out of the 26.
Maybe it's like a publicity stunt or something.
It is. It's a money grab. It's a money grab. It's ridiculous, man.
It might have been one or two he might have violated, but the rest of them, they had consensual sex, and they see, hey, it could be an opportunity I can get some free money. So,
this is what I think. I think he go in there, he asks for a happy ending from all of them. I think there's a couple of them that said no, and then he kind of got naked and did a little thing here, a little thing there, and then and then she went straight to Busby, and then Busby threw up a flag. Have you ever serviced Deshaun Watson, for a massage, and he did some freaky stuff? Oh yeah, me. Everybody did that, and then they all piled into the same car, and now it's looking like it's looking crazy. And my last point is, man, you notice that like when Ray Rice did that, when his video came out, all the players was talking about him on Twitter. Aaron Hernandez, when he got arrested, all the players talking about him on Twitter. Nobody has come out on Twitter to criticize Deshaun Watson. You know why? Because they know what goes down in a massage parlor.
It go down in the massage parlor, not the DM.
What did he say though? Like, did he say anything about this?
He was in a deposition, and he said one of the girls was crying, but he said everything he did in there was consensual.
Yep,
I think he's gonna get suspended. I think he's gonna get suspended for 6 games tops.
No, I think he'll get I don't know, man.
They may get him for a year.
They might get him for a year.
He agreed to meeting these girls off of Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, he seeked them out.
Damn.
So that means they agreed too, right?
Yeah. Some of these girls weren't even massage therapists, and they agreed to meet with him. What they thought they was going to go there to have play Scrabble? Come on, man. Let's be grown.
All right, Tony, what you got some thoughts on that, man?
Be quiet.
Nah, I ain't got that.
You like you been in the massage parlor. You been in the massage parlor too, bro? Getting that whip. All right, y'all. We got Juneteenth. Oh, that's the wrong thing. We got Juneteenth and Father's Day coming up this weekend, man. What y'all gonna be doing? I know some of y'all don't believe in holidays and all that, but y'all gonna be doing something.
They still don't believe in no damn Juneteenth.
They put Juneteenth and Father's Day on the same weekend.
Ain't that some bullshit?
Yeah. Hey, in Gay Pride Week.
Hey, guess what? Guess what though?
It seems like they crammed everything into June, man.
Hey, how many advertisements in the last 2 or 3 weeks have you seen for Father's Day?
Not one.
I may have seen one.
I've been seeing Juneteenth.
Now for Mother's Day, right after damn Valentine's Day, they start with the Mother's Day shit. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, shit.
They do us bad, man. They do the Father's Day
off the shelf first before they start going into Mother's Day. For Father's Day, we get one little commercial, and I told my damn kids, I looked in the junk drawer, I seen nothing but screwdrivers and flashlights. I said, if I see a goddamn screwdriver or flashlight on Sunday, I'm kicking somebody's ass.
Socks I ain't gonna never wear.
Yeah, don't come to me with that bullshit. Fuck that.
Give me some money, y'all. I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna look at you the camera. If y'all want to give me something Father's Day, I want some money. Don't get me no gift. I want money.
My only question is why we got to always share that day with something else.
Bruh.
Hey, they added something else this year.
Bruh. Yep. Hey, I was talking, and this is no disrespect to my LGBTQ people. You know, I got people like that in my family or whatever. So it is what it is. Don't take offense to it. But goddamn, you got Father's Day, Mother's Day, Veterans Day, Memorial Day. They get a whole goddamn month. God damn.
See, that's why I'm glad my birthday on the 2nd. I get it on in real early.
Oh boy.
Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, but see, they know I was a day. Father's Day is probably one of the most insignificant days.
Hey, and then
you know what? You're gonna have a lot of women talking about Happy Father's Day to me.
Hey,
man.
And then most of them gonna have your ass. Most fathers gonna be on the grill cooking on their own day. You gonna cook something on the grill? Hell no, I ain't cooking shit.
Hey, and the single women gonna claim it too.
No, I don't want to hear that. We done deaded that issue about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We did that. We killed that.
Hey, but anyway, before we get into our final comment, man, I want y'all to check your boy out, man. I'm a represent the fathers, man. You know what I'm saying? On Gay Pride Day.
What you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna be on a Monica Pearson Kaufman special, man, this Sunday on Peachtree TV. I did an interview with him, man.
Nice.
Huh?
That's nice.
Yeah. So I did an interview with Monica Pearson. She I don't know if you know her to her, Jermaine.
She's like Monica the singer?
Monica Kaufman, man. She like an icon anchor woman down in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Monica the singer. You know, I ain't talking about Monica the singer. That's why I say that. You know people.
No, I ain't talking about that Monica. I'm talking about this
going
Monica.
to the country this weekend.
Yeah. You going to the country? Yeah, she having a special for fathers. She gonna interview a lot of fathers of kind of like well-known people. You know, my son won the mayor of Atlanta, his dad. There's a couple more people from Atlanta she gonna interview. You know, kind of like it's a special. She's gonna have Father's Day night at 8:00 on Peachtree TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So y'all tune in. Y'all tune in to watch the show. Watch your boy, man, take over. I serenaded my girl up there, man. She want to hear me. She want to hear them vocals. I let her hear. You know, she started blushing.
Man,
Hey,
Oh, that's nice.
when
You
she
broke you broke down the Teddy P on her.
well, I put that Teddy P on her, boy.
Rob,
That Teddy P on her.
when she interview you, don't be up there sounding like Herschel Walker now.
Oh, we already did the interview. We did the interview last week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I did the interview last week. It's just a replay.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. I want to be like, that's my boy. I want to be like, yeah, I don't even know that guy.
Yeah. So we go. So what? What am
I was mute when you were talking about Juneteenth. I might go to the Juneteenth festival in Centennial.
No,
it depends.
No, you not, Kirsten. Don't you do it.
I said I'll probably be in the country though. I might go down to the country, see my family.
What part of the country?
Montezuma.
Montezuma.
Where that's at?
It's through Fort Valley.
Oh, they're down South Georgia.
I've heard of that before. Where is it near?
Yeah. It's like about 30, 40 minutes from Fort Valley, but you gotta go.
Is that near like Albany? Is it near Albany or somewhere like that?
Yeah, it's not too far, but yeah.
Okay, Camilla and all that shit down there.
I guess I don't really know.
My
daddy folks from there, they gonna have a little
Oh, you go to your dad's side. You go to your dad's side.
Yeah, so we go down. It's real country though, cause you know, dirt roads and everything. So
What they gonna have on shindig down there?
yeah, it be lit though.
I see y'all next Tuesday.
What's up? You want to be a part comment? Go ahead.
I ain't got no part comments, man. Red wave.
You got to say something, man.
Vote Republican. Vote Republican.
Vote Republican,
man.
That's it, man.
Oh man.
But yeah, I go. It is like I was saying. It's the full moon tonight, so I'm about to get into some things.
So what's the significance of that?
Well, you know, every full moon is different, but the full moon in general in itself is a time for like releasing, or you can even manifest. It just depends on what you need at the time. But that's the moon at its fullest energy. So very, very, very powerful time. It's the full moon in Sagittarius, and this is also a super moon as well. Yeah.
So I need to call somebody up there.
Yeah, so yeah, hey, it's different things you can do. We got rituals what we do. We write down our intentions on paper, go outside, burn in, and sometimes light candles under the full moon and stuff, me and my children. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of that tonight. And yeah, just work with the energy. It's free energy to work with, powerful energy. The moon energy is very powerful. The moon affects you whether you know it or not. It affects you whether you know it or not. Especially women. Like a lot of us, we cycle with the moon. So yeah, it's very, very potent energy. But yeah. And my baby birthday tomorrow. He gonna be 12. So
Gemini.
Happy
birthday.
Gemini pause.
Right here, he can try to sneak in the camera. Becky, they say happy birthday.
Tell him you want money. Tell Gemini we want money.
He's laughing. But yeah, so we just about to do that. That's about it. But get in the bed and when we get through. But yeah, my children we very in tune with the moon. But y'all, you know, you want to learn more about it. There's a lot of resources out here about it. And it affect like each zodiac sign differently too as well. So that's something you should look into. But I love y'all as always. Let's continue to heal together. Oh yeah, and that's why I asked that question. Like, are you a victim or a volunteer? Because a lot of people act like, they act like they victims to their situation when a lot of the times you're a volunteer. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But I get deep into that later. But I love y'all.
I'm still waiting on your show now.
I know. I got some stuff. I'm doing a lot of things at one time, but I'm planning. I got a lot of plans for it though. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. But it's coming. Soon come.
Okay.
Okay. Love y'all. Good night. Good night,
love you
BT.
too.
Good night, Rob.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. BT.
Yep. Just keeping it short and simple, man. Positivity forward, negativity backwards. Man, use your voice. Use your voice by voting. Your choice is your voice. That's all I got.
Your choice is your voice.
Your choice is your voice.
And that's all you got.
That's it, man. I'll see you next week. I'll be here.
All right, play. Hey, them Braid hot, boy. Hey, you been watching them Braid lately?
Man,
We're gonna win back to back, man. I hope y'all go, so we need somebody to beat.
We'll be there. We'll be there. Meet us there in October. We'll be there.
Y'all are probably in 8th place, man.
Man, you crazy. We first place in the West, dominate. All right, man. Later.
Hold it down. All right, y'all. Just what we got to say goodbye, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on. You know what I'm saying? Commenting, tuning in, sharing, whatever y'all did, man. I love y'all. And look, y'all do this. Y'all go on stayshady.com. I got to check out them shades. I am the ambassador for stayshady.com, man. Use promo code new customer 10 and you get a discount on them shades. But go check out them shades. Go cop y'all a pair. Get your boy paid. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it, man. And also, don't forget to check me out on Monica Kosman's special, Father's Day special, Sunday night, Father's Day night at 8 o'clock on Peachtree TV. Your boy gonna be on there going one-on-one with Monica. Yeah. I don't make it big. But listen, y'all go check it out, man. And don't forget to go cop y'all a pair of them shades at stayshady.com. That's Shady, STAYSHDEY, not DYDEY.com. And go cop y'all a pair of them shades, y'all. Peace out. I love y'all. And y'all can't do nothing about it. Holla!